Celebrity deaths now. For the week of Sunday, June 28 through Saturday, July 2nd, 2022. Sunday. Frank Williams, 90, English actor. Born in Edgware, North London, Williams started his acting career in repertory theatre and worked with the Watford Palace Theatre, which was being run by Jimmy Perry, the creator of Dad's Army, some years later. He is best known for playing the Reverend Timothy Farthing in the BBC television sitcom Dad's Army from 1969 to 1977. Often cast as a member of the clergy, Williams appeared in similar roles in You Rang, M. Lord, Hi to Hi, What's Up Nurse, The Worker, and Vanity Fair. He reprises the role of Farthing in the 2016 film adaptation of Dad's Army. He appeared in many films from the 1960s and 70s. The Story of Gilbert and Sullivan, The Extra Day, The Square Peg, The Bulldog Breed, A Stitch in Time, Jabberwocky, The Human Factor. His best-known role was in Dad's Army as the Vicar. In 2021, Williams said of his time working on Dad's Army that it was the happiest period of my professional life. A statement was released on Facebook saying, "So sorry to say that our beloved friend, colleague, and actor Frank Williams passed away this morning." Monday. Leonardo Del Vecchio, 87. He was an Italian eyewear industry executive. With a net worth of $24.1 billion, he was the second richest person in Italy and the 54th richest in the world. He was born on the 22nd of May, 1935 to a single mother who already had 4 other children. She was forced to give Vecchio to an orphanage. In the late 1950s he started as a tool and die maker, then a metal worker. In 1961, he moved to Hiagordo, the epicenter of Italian eyewear, and switched his career path, forming Luxottica SASLP in the late 1960s. Then in 1967, he started to sell complete spectacle frames under the Luxottica brand and started manufacturing contact lenses in 1971. In 1974, he acquired Scarrone, a distribution company. In 1981, the company set up its first international subsidiary in Germany. A licensing deal with the designer Giorgio Armani was settled in 1998. Listing his company on the exchanges in the 1990s through the 2000s gave him the funds he needed to acquire other brands. Vogue, Italy. Persol, Lens Crafters, Ray-Ban, Sunglass Hut, Pearl Vision, Surface, Cole National and Oakley. He passed away from pneumonia. Leonardo Del Vecchio was a true rags to riches story. Tuesday. Pallonji, Mistry, 93, Indian-born Irish businessman, chairman of the Shapoorji Pallonji Group. He was the richest Irish person in the country and the 143rd richest person in the world at the time of his death. Worth an estimated $29 billion. His construction company built prominent buildings in Mumbai's Fort area, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank, the Grindlays Bank, the Standard Chartered Bank, the State Bank of India and the Reserve Bank of India buildings. He was the chairman of Shapoorji Pallonji Group, owner Shapoorji Pallonji Construction Limited, Forbes Textiles, Eureka Forbes Limited, Associated Cement Companies, former. In 2003, he gave up his Indian citizenship but remained in Mumbai at his residence. In January of 2016, he was awarded the Padma Bhushan by the Government of India for his contributions in the field of trade and industry. The Moguls of Real Estate by Manoj Nambaru, a short biography about Mistry, was written in 2008. Wednesday. Ralph Hubert Barger, better known as Sonny Barger, was an American outlaw biker, author, and actor who was a founding member of the Oakland, California chapter of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club in 1957. He authored 5 books, and appeared on television, Sons of Anarchy, and in film. He passed away from cancer. Born in 1938, Barger and his sister were raised by their grandmother and alcoholic father after their mother left the family when he was 4 months old. He enlisted in the army aged 16 in 1955, but was given an honorable discharge 14 months later when it was discovered that he had forged his birth certificate in order to be able to join. After his return from the army, Barger drifted between menial jobs and lived with his father in a single residence at a hotel, later moving in with his sister and her children. Barger joined his first motorcycle club, the Oakland Panthers, in 1956. After that club disbanded, he started riding with another group of bikers, one of whom, Don Boots Reeves, wore a patch, a small skull wearing an aviator cap set within a set of wings, that belonged to a defunct motorcycle club in North Sacramento. Founding their own club named the Hells Angels on April 1, 1957, each member wore the patch, later known as the Hells Angels Death's Head logo, after having duplicates made at a trophy store in Hayward. Barger and the Oakland Hells Angels were unaware at the time that there were several other, loosely affiliated, clubs using the same name throughout California. With Barger as president, the Oakland Hells Angels traveled to Southern California and amalgamated with the other Hells Angels chapters, dividing territory and forming club bylaws. In 2000, Barger became a best-selling author with his autobiography, Hells Angel, The Life and Times of Sonny Barger and the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. He subsequently wrote several biker-related novels. Thursday. Fernando del Solar es, 49, Argentine-Mexican television host of Venga la Alegría and Hoy. Del Solar was born in 1973 in the city of Buenos Aires, Argentina, but moved to Mexico when he was very young, where he obtained nationality. Del Solar began his artistic and television career in 1998 as an actor in different soap operas, among which were Pearl, Tell Me About Love and A New Love. Progressively, he gained fame and increased his role as host of television programs in Mexico, in particular for game shows such as Sex at War and The Academy, or those of the morning magazine like Come Joy of TV Azteca and Today, from Televisa. The first space he presented was Insomnia, at the beginning of the 2000s, and since then, it has been the visible face of a dozen spaces, being a whole show which was broadcast in 2019, one of his last interventions on the small screen. Del Solar also participated in a couple of film productions, including My Ex's Family in 2017 and Gift of God, 2005. Also, he was a lecturer. Happiness Is You was the title of the most recent one that was taking place in cities throughout Mexico. He passed away from lymphatic cancer. Friday. Irene Fargo, born Flavia Pozzalio, 59, was an Italian singer, actress, and television personality. She started singing as a child, then at age 11, she entered the polyphonic choir in the city of Chieri. Then in 1989, she participated at the Castro Caro Music Festival, with the song Le Dundee Soldati Veri. Fargo was probably best known for her 2 second places at the Sanremo Music Festival, in 1991 with the song La Donna di Ibsen, whose lyrics are inspired by Henrik Ibsen's The Lady from the Sea, and in 1992 with Come una Turandot, inspired by Giacomo Puccini's Turandot. In 1994 she was cast in the popular variety show Domenica in. Starting from the 2000s she had main roles in several stage musicals. She was a popular singer at weddings in Malta. Saturday. Susana Dosamantes, 74, Mexican actress. Beginning in 1968, she worked on 50 movies and TV series including Rio Lobo 1970, Day of the Assassin 1979, The Hitman 1982, telenovelas El Juramento 2008 and Sin Nos de on 2020 through 2022. In 1990, she won the TV.E. Novelas Best Antagonist Actress Award, for her part in the Morir para Vivir telenovela. She passed away from pancreatic cancer. Join us next Sunday for Celebrity Deaths Now, video edition, and anytime online for a complete listing.